بے گناہ و بے تمیز کس کو ہوئے ہیں عزیز، بے گناہ و بے تمیز کس کو ہوئے ہیں عزیز، بے گناہ و بے تمیز کس کو ہوئے ہیں عزیز، ایک تمہارے سوا تم پہ کروڑوں درود، ایک تمہارے سوا تم پہ کروڑوں درود، کعبے کے بدرو تجا تم پہ کروڑوں درود، طیبہ کے شمس و ضحیٰ تم پہ کروڑوں درود، تم سے جہاں کا نظام تم پہ کروڑوں سلام، تم سے جہاں کا نظام تم پہ کروڑوں سلام، تم سے جہاں کا نظام تم پہ کروڑوں سلام، تم پہ کروڑوں ثنا، تم پہ کروڑوں درود، تم پہ کروڑوں ثنا، تم پہ کروڑوں درود، تم ہو جواد و کریم، تم ہو رؤوف و رحیم، تم ہو جواد و کریم، تم ہو رؤوف و رحیم، تم ہو جواد و کریم، تم ہو رؤوف و رحیم، ٹھیک ہو داتا عطا تم پہ کروڑوں، بھیک ہو داتا عطا تم پہ کروڑوں درود، خلق کے حاکم ہو تم، رزق کے قاسم ہو تم، خلق کے حاکم ہو تم، رزق کے قاسم ہو تم، خلق کے حاکم ہو تم، رزق کے قاسم ہو تم، تم سے ملا جو ملا تم پہ کروڑوں درود، تم سے ملا جو ملا تم پہ کروڑوں درود، کعبے کے بدرو تجا تم پہ کروڑوں درود، طیبہ کی شمس و ضحیٰ تم پہ کروڑوں درود، جائے نہ جب تک غلام خلد ہے سب پر حرام، جائے نہ جب تک غلام خلد ہے سب پر حرام، جائے نہ جب تک غلام خلد ہے سب پر حرام، ملک تو ہے آپ کا تم پہ کروڑوں درود، ملک تو ہے آپ کا، ملک تو ہے آپ کا تم پہ کروڑوں درود۔
بڑا اعلیٰ حضرت نے لکھا ہے نا، قمر بھائی اس کو تھوڑا ایکسپلین ہے، قمر بھائی یہ جائیں ہے نا جب تک غلام، یعنی کہ آقا علیہ الصلوۃ والسلام میں سب سے آخر میں آئی، لیکن جب تک سب سے پہلے یہ امت جنت میں نہیں جائے گی، باقیوں کے اوپر یہ جو ہے نا وہ جنت حرام یہ لکھا ہوا ہے کہ سب سے پہلے جو امت جائے گی نا وہ آقا علیہ الصلوۃ والسلام کی امت ہے، اس پہ آئی ہے یہ اعلیٰ حضرت نے شعر لکھا ہے، اس کو ذرا آپ ایکسپلین کریں انشاءاللہ۔
Yes, so in English,
امیزنگ امیزنگ کلام۔
on the day of judgment, we know that intercession will not begin without the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the praiseworthy station is Maqam Mahmud, as we call it, is when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam prostrate in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and only after that will any accountability and any judgment begin of the people. In fact, the waiting period will be so intense that people will desire that they are thrown into the fire, but they don't have to wait any longer. In those circumstances, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will be the only source of guidance in creation that even the prophets will refer to. From Adam alayhi salam to Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, when this is why the expression izhabu ila ghayri will be said, that go to another. So the prophets will send the people from one prophet to another prophet until it comes to the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he will say ana laha. Thereafter the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam will start to intercede for the people, and his nation will be foremost to enter paradise, and he himself will remain interceding for people until the last person for whom he will intercede will enter paradise.
کیونکہ جو اب دوسرا شعر ہے نا، کیونکہ مالک تو میرے آقا ہی ہے نا جنت کے، اب یہ شعر سنے نا تو آپ کو مزہ آئے گا۔
جائیں نہ جب تک غلام خلد ہے سب پر حرام جائیں نہ جب تک غلام خلد ہے سب پر حرام جائیں نہ جب تک غلام خلد ہے سب پر حرام ملک تو ہے آپ کا تم پہ کروڑوں درود ملک تو ہے آپ کا تم پہ کروڑوں درود ہم نے خطا میں نہ کی تم نے عطا میں نہ کی ہم نے خطا میں نہ کی تم نے عطا میں نہ کی ہم نے خطا میں نہ کی تم نے عطا میں نہ کی کوئی کمی سربراہ تم پہ کروڑوں درود کر کے تمہارے گناہ مانگے تمہاری پناہ کر کے تمہارے گناہ مانگے تمہاری پناہ کر کے تمہارے گناہ مانگے تمہاری پناہ تم کہو دامن میں آ تم پہ کروڑوں درود تم کہو دامن میں آ تم پہ کروڑوں درود کام وہ لے لیجئے تم کو جو راضی کرے کام وہ لے لیجئے تم کو جو راضی کرے کام وہ لے لیجئے تم کو جو راضی کرے ٹھیک ہونا میرا ذات تم پہ کروڑوں درود ٹھیک ہونا میرا ذات تم پہ درود کعبے کے بدرود جا تم پہ کروڑوں درود طیبہ کے شمس و ضحا تم پہ کروڑوں درود
Amazing kalam.
When I was listening to that, it reminded me that Amir Sunnat Damat Barakatuh Ali has written Wasiyat Nama, I believe, this kalam, that this is to be read at the side of the grave. What was in the mind of Amir Sunnat Damat Barakatuh Ali that this kalam to be, subhanallah,
It's amazing. اچھا جب اس کو تھوڑا ٹرانسلیشن کے ساتھ سمجھ کر اگر جب بندہ سنے نا تو کیفیت الگ ہوتی ہے. ایک ہوتا ہے پڑھ رہا ہوتا ہے لیکن ایک ایک شعر پہ بات کی جائے نا تو الگ ہی ہے.
The second part, Shah Sahib, mashallah, now I recall why you were asking me to explain it. The second part states that the Prophet ﷺ, of the particular couplet that we refer to, is the owner of the world. The world belongs to the Prophet ﷺ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made his beloved Prophet ﷺ the Malik, the owner of what exists in his creation. In the religion, the Prophet ﷺ has been given such authority that if he says something is haram, it is haram. If he says someone is exempt, he is exempt. So the Prophet ﷺ is referred to as Shari' as well in our principles of religion. He is sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and there are a number of examples of this where he made certain Sahaba exceptions to a rule of the Sharia. And then the other side of it is that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was a source of help for the Sahaba in their time. So he would give paradise to the Sahaba. They would ask for paradise from the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When Sayyidina Rabi'a, he asked the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he wanted his companionship in paradise. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't say to him, "You're committing shirk. You should be asking Allah," because Allah had given the Prophet this authority. Allah has given him this authority and power that he is able to grant and fulfill these requests from those who serve him and those in creation. And this is why we believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted this power and ownership to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ultimately the creator and the owner of everything. But what Allah has created, he has made the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he has granted him ownership of that. And this is what we believe in.
He is the owner of Jannah. ملک تو ہے آپ کا تم پہ کروڑوں. میرا ایک بڑی زبردست بشارت بھی ہے امتیوں کے لیے. دیکھیں کہ آقا علیہ الصلوۃ والسلام کے دامن سے لپٹے ہیں اور ہم نے کوئی دعائیں نہیں مانگی تھی, ہم نے کوئی التجائیں نہیں کی تھی. رب نے کتنا کرم کیا ہے. The amazing, the greatest gift that Allah Azza wa Jalla has given us is our iman, and we born in the ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. بن مانگے ہم کو یہ مل گیا نا, کوئی فریادیں نہیں کی تھی. تو بہرحال کلام چل رہا تھا، اس کلام کی اپنی ایک برکت ہے. اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کو جو ہے وہ عشق رسول کی دولت عطا فرمائے. آج کا جو کوشچن ہے ہمارا اور وہ کیا ہے؟ واٹ از دی نیم آف دی فرسٹ مسجد آف اسلام؟ ویری سمپل اینڈ ویری ایزی کوشچن. واٹ از دی نیم آف دی فرسٹ مسجد آف اسلام؟ اسلام کی جو پہلی مسجد تھی اس کا نام کیا ہے؟ اینڈ اف دا آنسر جن کے کریکٹ ہوں گے اور پرائز ڈرا میں ان کا نام نکلے گا انشاءاللہ we'll give them the gift of Siraj al-Jinan فی تفسیر قرآن مفتی قاسم صاحب انشاءاللہ. So 2 prize draws today as well انشاءاللہ، کیونکہ عید اسپیشل ہے تو تینوں دن ہم نے یہ رکھا ہے کہ قرآن اندازی میں کہ جو دودھ پاک کی جو جن کے نام نکلیں گے انشاءاللہ they will also get the same gift سراج الجنان فی تفسیر القرآن. اور جو صحیح جواب دیں گے انشاءاللہ عز و جل ان کے لیے بھی یہی گفٹ ہے. آپ دونوں میں شامل ہو سکتے ہیں، کوئی پرابلم نہیں ہے. ایون دو ٹوڈے جو ٹیسٹ ہوگا ہمارا ان مبلغین کا whoever wins انشاءاللہ they will also get the gift of سراج الجنان فی تفسیر القرآن. تو چلے جی اب تھوڑا سا ان کو حوصلہ ملا. پہلے تو ہم نے نہیں اناؤنس کیا تھا تو وہ آخر میں بتاتے تھے ان کو کیا ملے گا، لیکن آج ہم نے شروع میں کر دیا کہ ان کو بھی یہی گفٹ ملے گا پورا. یہ انشاءاللہ 10 والیوم کا بہت پیارا، اللہ تعالیٰ اس کی برکتیں ہم سب کو عطا فرمائے. چلے جی ہم چلتے ہیں عید کی طرف. آج ہمارے اور مبلغ ہیں ایوری ڈے ہم ڈسکس کرتے ہیں عید کیسی گزری، کیسی گزرنی چاہیے. پہلے دن ہم نے کچھ مدنی پھول بھی دیے تھے. لیٹس ڈو سم تھنگ آفٹر عید، کس طرح اپنی زندگی گزارنی چاہیے. یسٹرڈے وی ڈسکس اباؤٹ وی شوڈنٹ ڈو دس آفٹر رمضان. آج بھی کچھ ٹاپک پہ بات کریں گے. پہلے تو ان سے پوچھیں گے عیدیں کیسی گزری ہے، پھر لیں گے ایک فیملی کو کیسا ہونا چاہیے. چلے رمضان کے اندر بھی اسی کہ the whole family they start reading namaz, sitting together, eating food, iftari time they get together. But after Ramadan probably 10 or 11 months we don't see them together. بڑا مشکل ہوتا ہے. وہ ایک ہی گھر میں ایک ہی روم میں ہوتے ہیں، ایک اس کونے پہ ہوتا ہے، ایک اس کونے پہ کھانا کھا رہا ہوتا ہے. گھر والے کچن میں کھڑے ہو کے کھانا کھا رہے ہوتے ہیں، یہ موبائل پہ لگے ہوئے صاحب کھانا کھا رہے ہوتے ہیں، بچے اپنے جو ہے وہ ٹیبلٹ پہ لگے ہوئے کھا رہے ہوتے ہیں. یار ایک لائف بالکل ڈسٹرب عجیب سی لگ رہی ہوتی ہے. ایک ہیپی فیملی کس طرح ہوتی ہے، ہماری فیملی کو آفٹر رمضان کے بعد کیسا ہونا چاہیے، اس کے اوپر بھی کچھ مدنی پھول لیں گے. لیکن سب سے پہلے تو قمر بھائی سے پوچھتے ہیں کہ کیسی عید گزری ہے اور بچپن میں عید کیسے گزارتے تھے.
To be honest with you, I never knew what was going to happen today, but I tried to prepare some things in my mind.
اگر پہلے بتا دیں تو پھر مسئلہ حل ہو جاتا ہے.
Obviously it's Eid. Well, I'll start with childhood because that's easier because there are so many things to talk about in childhood. I think some of the things that I've mentioned in our sessions that I've been attending, I think someone who listens closely will know that they're probably from childhood experience, but I'm not going to specify anything. Anyway, in childhood, Shasam, I guess it was the same for as many other households. A lot of excitement. We couldn't sleep properly the night before because the preparations for Eid were so intense. We watched the cooking and the marination of the lamb and the chicken and whatever's being prepared. Everything the night before. The smells, the masala and everything cooking, you could smell it all the way in the bedroom. So you couldn't hide from the preparations in any way.
آپ رات میں ٹیسٹ ویسٹ کر لیتے ہوں؟
کوشش sometimes اکثر ناکام ہو رہتا میں، لیکن because the cooking would actually take place the next day, so there's no point of me getting something which is not cooked.
کباب کا جو مسالہ ہوتا ہے نا، میں تو بتاؤں چھوٹے سے جب کباب سے زیادہ ٹیسٹی کباب کا مسالہ لگتا تھا. وہ تلنے کا سیشن بعد میں آتا تھا، وہ جو کچا نہیں ہوتا وہ بنا کے رکھتے تھے جس کے پیڑ، وہ ہمیں اچھے لگتے تھے. وہ شاید پتہ نہیں کتنے کباب بننے سے پہلے ہی ہم کھا جاتے تھے.
اللہ اکبر. We alhamdulillah Shasab, I say this because it's not my doing. I don't take credit for this, but we were brought up in such a way where this was put into our heart that the guest is to be honored, and I'm sure it's the same for many households, to such an extent that there was a special section in the kitchen which had biscuits and cakes just for guests, a special guest cupboard. So as kids we'd wait, when is the guest coming? So when a guest comes, obviously then that cupboard would be opened, and then whatever is left, obviously the guest out of courtesy would take something, and then obviously be divided among the kids. But even though it seems like that seems a bit harsh, it wasn't harsh. It was a lesson that things that are good, or the best things that we have in the house, are for the guests, and then inshallah with the blessings of this, you'll be able to take some as well. So we had this thinking on Eid day as well. So we'd be waiting. I think the first thing that would be ready would be the halwa in the morning and the khatam, the dua. So we'd do the dua together, the khatam, and we'd pray for all the Muslims and the deceased from our families especially, and which is a good thing. And some people say, oh, it's not fard and wajib, and why do you do it, and things like that. The khatam comes from one explanation of khatam is khatam al-Quran. So what usually happens in Ramadan, people finish the recitation of the Quran. So they have a special khatam sometime on the day of Eid as well for the Qurans that they finished, and they express this reward is for all Muslims and especially the deceased in their families. And the reason why this is done, and you don't need food in front of you to do that. Some people say there has to be food. These things are just additional things that that are included with good intention. The main purpose is the ihda'u sawab, is sending the reward or making dua or raising your hands. And I used to think this when I was in my study phase in Pakistan as well, that you start looking at things more critically. And like, okay, it's not fard wajib. Why do you have to do it on this specified day? You can do it any day. But the elders, through their experience, they show us that the reason why you specify a day is so that you don't forget. And from personal experience, when I've tried to say, okay, I'm not going to specify a Thursday or whatever, we just do it as many times as we can. Sometimes you forget. And that day, but because the elders were so strict, became part of their routine, they would definitely make dua on that day. So at least once a week, that special Khatm al-Quran or dua would be done. So these are good practices that are not permissible, only permissible, but these are mustahab actions in the Sharia, done with good intention, rewarding for those who are waiting for this reward in their graves, because this reward reaches them like mountains, and there is nothing more beloved to them than the reward of the supplications of the people in dunya. So if you want to make your loved ones who've passed away and left this world happy, then pray for them, make dua for them. So coming back to the point I said very quickly, after that, then the cooking would continue. To be honest, we'd be very hungry by that time. We were waiting for the main dishes, and if my mom is hearing me, she'd probably have a go at me. I apologize in advance, but I know with good intention, she would be cooking away in the kitchen. We'd be waiting. When the time came, mashallah, everyone gathered. My aunt would come, my uncles would come, family, everyone would have cooking together. And
कोई शॉर्ट कॉर्नर तो होगा ना खाने पीने को, बनाया हुआ होगा कि बीन टाइम नहीं
बाद में, शायद बाद में, ये पहले नहीं। अब पहले तो ऐसी निगरानी होती थी सख्त, हाँ, कि मजाल है कोई हाथ उठाए, कोई हाथ लगा ले किसी चीज़ को।
चले जी कि कमर भाई का बचपन अभी हम पूछेंगे इंशाल्लाह थोड़ी देर में, अभी कैसी ईद गुजरी है। जब छोटे कहते थे वो मज़े तो उस वक्त कर लिए जब हम छोटे थे, अभी तो जिम्मेदारियाँ होती हैं। बाकी वो कहते हैं ना, जो वालिद साहब की कमाई होती है ना, वालदा जो, उस वक्त मज़े होते हैं, कुछ करना नहीं होता है। अभी तो पता चलता है कि जब खुद कमा रहे हो, खुद कर रहे हो ना, तो फिर पता चलता है क्या है। वो वक्त वो कहते हैं ना कि मज़े की लाइफ थी, नो टेंशन, नो प्रॉब्लम, बिल किसने देना है, किसने क्या करना है, किसने उठना है, दूध लाना है नहीं लाना, इज़ नॉट आवर प्रॉब्लम, कपड़े बनने नहीं बनने, इज़ नॉट आवर प्रॉब्लम। सारा कुछ जो है ना वो पेरेंट्स ने करना होता था। अब जब खुद करते हैं तो एहसास होता है कि वाकई वो लाइफ का मज़ा ही कुछ और है। अब्दुल हन्नान भाई से पूछते हैं, अब्दुल हन्नान भाई की कैसी ईदें गुजरती थी?
Say something, to be honest with you.
ऑनेस्ट ही रही है।
There's a couple of things, because the early stages of my life, the real childhood, I was in Pakistan, because I was born in Pakistan. I came at the age of 6, 7 maybe. I can't remember anything from that time, and we originally moved to London, and then I can't remember anything in London either. It's just when we moved to Birmingham. The only time I actually remember regarding Eid of childhood was probably one of the main things where I used to get a lot of money, because my father and his friends, after the Eid prayer in the masjid, there was a room on the side, they would all sit there, and all the friends of my father would come there, and basically all my father's friends used to give me money, so I was the only one who would be going to Eid as well, so I would get a lot of money from everyone. So that was and I used to come home, because the brothers, my older brother wasn't with us as much. He was in Pakistan for.
How long did you keep the money?
And So I was the one who was going with my father to the masjid, and I was the one who was getting all the money. And I was coming home, and my younger brothers and sisters they didn't have that. So that was like I'm the one who's got
And
the
you
most.
show everybody, yes, I'm
Yeah,
the
so-
most easy than anyone else.
That's a bit which I can remember. Regarding food-wise, I don't know. My mom used to obviously do all the cooking. I do remember that we used to normally get guests on Eid because whereas a lot of families would have a lot of uncles, aunts, all my uncles and aunts, they're all in Pakistan. So we didn't have that sort of family with us. No any cousins here, nothing like that. So we didn't have people like that coming to our home. It was just my father's friends would probably come and something would be made for them. So it was a bit different to what most people would have Eid. Our Eid would just be just our inner family, father, mother, brothers and sisters. That's how many people will celebrate.
कमर भाई आप ईदी का क्या करते थे? ईदी मिलती थी, नहीं होती थी, छुपाते थे, क्या करते थे?
सोच समझ के बड़े होंगे ईदी yes I used to get ईदी Shasab I remember
असल में बच्चों की तो ईद ईदी पे ही होती है।
जी, जी, जी।
अगर उनको they don't get the ईदी, they say it's not Eid, where is the ईदी gone? So पहला उनके यही होता है, वो इंतजार कर रहे होते हैं, पहले नमाज पढ़ के where is the ईदी, where is the ईदी?
no alhamdulillah we but again Shasab to be honest with you in these situations the children it's good if the children understand even if they're given some a gift really the way it should be done is that they understand that the money inshallah their parents will spend on them but they understand that it either remains in the ownership of their parents or it's understood to be like that. So any Eidi which is given over to the kids, they'll flash it around and say, I've got £20, £30, £50. I remember when I in primary school, one of the students came and he said, those days I had 50 or 60 pounds. Looking at me thinking, 50, 60 pounds? What did you do with 50, 60 pounds? Yeah, my uncle gave me this one. He was talking about it. And I realized that there is a competition going on among the children and how much you get. But I don't think we were too phased by that. It was just if we got something fine, alhamdulillah, would remind our parents that we were given something and then they could spend it accordingly. But no special memories of that in particular. I think our main memory was Shasam, the atmosphere, the hustle and bustle, the preparation, then the whole family coming together, the meeting and greeting, the unity of the families. That's what were the good memories of the families coming
There's
together.
always the aspect of Eid, the people from far, even on that day, they meet each other, they make a phone calls as well. यानी एक मतलब ये ईद का ये भी एक बेहतरीन वो है कि जो अरसे तक नहीं मिले होते वो भी इसमें जो है वो आकर मिलते हैं, बातचीत करते हैं, मोहब्बत की फिजा पैदा
I think a slightly funny memory of childhood was when you would go for the Eid prayer and you never knew what to do. So the takbirat, the Eid prayer. So as kids, you'd be there and then you'd say Allah, but if someone's going to ruku and someone's looking at next to him, so absolutely no idea what's going on.
बच्चों कह रहे बड़ों का भी हाल है कभी कभी वो क्लिप चला देते कहीं में नमाज़ें हो रही होती है तो पूरी आधी से ज़्यादा लाइनें जो है ना वो कहीं की वो सजदे में होती हैं तो वो जो वो खड़े हुए तकबीरात कर रहे होते हैं तो बहरहाल ये सीखना चाहिए नमाज़ें और इस हवाले से शाहिद भाई भी हमारे साथ हैं और कुछ वीडियो कॉल्स भी हमारे साथ हैं लेकिन पहले शाहिद भाई से पूछ रहे थे शाहिद भाई ने कोई कलाम भी सुनाना था लेकिन पहले पूछते ईद कैसी गुजरती है शाहिद भाई पहले कैसे गुजरती थी और अभी कैसे कोर्ट वोट में तो नहीं गुजरी अब तो वैसे ही लॉकडाउन है तो कोई केस वेस आ जाए ईद के दिन तो क्या होता है उसका भी कुछ बताएं
I try to avoid working on Eid days. For many years, I tried to avoid working on Eid days. From childhood, I was about 6 years old when I came to this country. And the only thing which I can remember mostly is that most of my relatives were in Bradford at the time. So there were a few families in Birmingham, and most were in Bradford. So one Eid we used to go to Bradford, one Eid they used to go to Birmingham. So all the families, they used to gather together. We used to go like a day or two before the Eid, spend a few days there, and then they used to go to the next Eid, spend a few days there. Those were much like childhood days, which the love which you had between families itself, relatives. It was, so much that people nowadays don't have that love between each other. Even immediate families don't have that love between each other. And when you used to go to, people's houses, And as Abdul Rahman Bhai mentioned that, you look forward to getting Eid in Hattenham or the other places where, but when I was that age, there used to be pound notes. And the brothers remember that, There used to be pound notes, and it used to be like a big thing for them, and you get, 5-10 cousins giving you pound note each, or even £2 each. And you used to think it's a lot of money for you. You save, you start comparing with your brothers and sisters.
So it looks like Shahid Bhai is a lot older than us. I can't remember the pound notes.
Shared by too much information there.
So it was one of those, you start comparing, when you start counting. The pound notes came in early 80s, before there was notes itself, which was size of £5 now.
शायद मैंने notes भी बता दिए notes इस बार चले
Those were, the appreciation you had with your relatives, appreciation you had with your siblings. Nowadays, you don't have the appreciation. You don't have time to visit anybody. You're just concerned about your immediate family. That's it.
And a simple question: what thing you like to give Eid or take Eid?
I do think.
वो आपके बच्चे भी सुन रहे होंगे, ये ध्यान में रखिएगा, घर वाले भी सुन रहे होंगे.
When I was young, I used to take Eid. Now I don't have a choice but to give Eid.
लेकिन पसंद क्या है आपको?
दोनों करने पड़ते हैं.
चले जी, इन्होंने गोल मोल जवाब दे दिया. अगर ये लेना पसंद करते तो बात कुछ और थी, देना कहते तो उसमें ही फंस जाते.
Abhi, when you give something, you can't give £5, £10 or £20. The kids won't take less than that. And when you got, children.